Okay, cool. Let's take a look at our first video here. We're going to look at all the tiny little tools that we have inside of Bare. So this isn't the big stuff. This is just kind of a warm-up to show you kind of what we're working with here. So I am in the Bare terminal. Let me get out of here. All right. So now I'm in Bash, just in a normal, terminal interface. And I want to hop into the Bare environment. All I do is I navigate, inside of my folder. And then I do /bare, ./bare, -I, capital I. And that's going to put us inside of the interpreter. So that's the Bare interpreter. It's interpreting everything that we pass it, which is essentially just Bash. But it's taken into consideration all these other tools that we have as first-class citizens. So let's clear out of here, and let's take a look at some of these. So I've got our little tools here, and we're going to be taking a look at all of these. Right. So let's start with geo. Geo is for getting coordinates. So if I say geo Asheville, North Carolina, right, I get these nice geo coordinates. If I want to do New York, right, New York City. There we go. Notice New York City took a little bit longer than Asheville. And that's not because New York City is further away than Asheville for me. But rather I had Asheville cached. If I do New York again, it's immediate. So that's actually stored in our little cache right here. So that'll make it a little quicker, so it doesn't have to do some network request. You can also specify how many digits you want. So if you want 0, I think, yeah. You can also do 4, 8, right, and get really down to the wire. So let's clear out of that. We're done with geo. Size. This is a nifty one. So we can say size of Bare. So that's going to show us the literal size of the Bare script. There we go. I've got some other interesting files in here. So let's see. Size of .var/documents. Article research. Look at that. Even smaller. Let's do .var/downloads. And let's look at that MP3 file. And a little bigger. Still not huge. But you get the idea. As it goes up, you'll have MB and GB and so on. So pretty simple and handy. I don't know if you've ever tried to get sizing on a normal Bash environment, but it's not as straightforward. Let's look at uppercase and lowercase. Also not as straightforward, but in Bare it's really simple. Let's echo hello there, right? And we're going to pipe that over to uppercase. Look at that. You can also say uppercase hello there, right? Lowercase. So let's take that. We know it's uppercase. Let's pipe it to lowercase. It's lowercase now, right? Lowercase, whoa, right? Whoa. You can also capitalize things. So pass that to capitalize. Capitalize, right? And that's nice. Capitalize is really nice for names. So if I say capitalize, Matthew Larkin, right? That's going to capitalize, notice the first one, but not the next one. To do that, we need to pass in all, right? And that's going to capitalize all the words. So that's handy for names in particular. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to move. All right, here we go. So move is basically MV, right? But it's actually MV specific to the Bare environment, right? So we're going to be moving everything inside of our var folder. That's where all of our work is really happening. So, instead of saying like move.var/, I can say move documents, right? And let's move that article research to downloads. Downloads. Right. And notice we just moved it right over there. So now let's reverse it, put it back into documents / article, and we'll name it back to article research. Cool. We can also copy here, right? So let's do the first one that we did, yeah. So move documents. This time we're going to copy. And copy, just like you might expect, is just going to make a duplicate, right? And we specified article here. That's why it's not taking the same name. And then, of course, to remove it, right? I don't have a delete one yet, so you do have to say delete this one. So let's see, downloads and article. All right. Cool. Let's move on. Math. Math. This is a pretty interesting one. So in Bash, some math gets a little tedious. And so this is just a more robust version of doing math. So we can say math 3 plus 2. Whoops. 3 plus 2. Right. We'll get 5. We can also say 3 plus 2. Right. We can say 3 plus 2 plus 8 times 10. Right. And that's going to give us 85. Right. We can also do that, I think, without no we can't. Okay, so this is a bash thing. It's not gonna understand what just happened. So you have to put it in quotes for that kind of more complex stuff. Yeah. So that's math right there. Might improve on this. See if we can't do that at some point. Random. Random is a nice one. That was one of the first ones. Random is a way of getting random numbers and strings. So I can say random string, and by default it's something like 16 characters. I can specify more, though, like that. You can do random number. Right? Again, 16 digits long. If you want it to be 2 digits long, you can do it like that. 3 digits long, so on. And then silence. Silence is one of those that will come in handy in workflows that you make, like if you're working on bare scripts of your own. Essentially bash scripts, but with the bare syntax here. There are some occasions where this comes in handy. So you just pipe it to silence, and that's it, right? Yeah, so that's a rundown of all the tiny tools. There'll probably be more tiny tools as time goes on. And also, this is a nice little brief intro to Bare. Let's go into some more stuff in the next video. See you there.